Good morning viewers, you're watching the World News with me, ALMIRA Metro TV. I will present to you the hot news for today in the vaccine of COVID-19. Highlight of COVID-19 pandemic in phase 3 clinical trials in many thousands of people across continents. This not only tell us whether the vaccine is safe, but also whether it works for people of different ages or with particular health issues. So, some of the immune factors determine whether any of the COVID-19 vaccine candidates being developed around the world actually work. To know how the vaccine works in our body, let's see the following briefly reporting.
COVID-19, a contagious viral infection that attacks primarily your throat and push to develop a coronavirus vaccine is moving at high speed. Studies of other coronaviruses led most researchers to assume that people who have recovered from a SARS-CoV-2 infection could be protected from reinfection for a period of time. There are several different approaches for a potential vaccine against the coronavirus. The basic idea is that you would get a shot that contains faint versions of the virus. The vaccine would expose your body to a version of the virus that is too weak to cause infection, but just strong enough to stimulate an immune response. Within a few weeks, cells in your immune system would make markers called antibodies, which would be specific for only the coronavirus, or specifically its spike protein.
Well viewers, the next news about COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia. Indonesia is reporting a new daily hike of 4,850 new coronavirus cases. The total has also passed 11,500, the highest in the region. Grave digger Nadi NG, 40 years old, toils until nearly midnight almost every day in Jakarta Cemetery, preparing plots for fellow Indonesians amid a renewed spike in coronavirus burials. He worried and scared about the job and responsibility where prior to the global pandemic routinely left work at 4 p.m. to spend time with his young family, but he was lucky so far.
Itu sangat mengkhawatirkan kami di sini, terutama untuk penanganan penurunan peti sampai kita harus ketemu sama keluarga. Di situ bisa menimbulkan kami ini kena virus. Kita di sini terlalu jaga untuk kesehatannya ya. Nah itu kita sama keluarga atau ahli waris yang datang untuk dimakamkan ini kita ada batasannya. Nah untuk jarak aman dari yang kita itu biasanya 20 meter.
Jakarta has been the epicenter of the outbreak in Indonesia, where authorities have struggled for months to contain the virus. The country as response reported nearly 245,000 cases, including 9,553 deaths, the highest level in Southeast Asia. Star of the pandemic's burials in Jakarta dropped to around 20 to 30 on average per day in July to November, but they shot up in September to between 50 and more than 60 per day. Data from the city government showed bus ambulance carrying victims sneak around the entrance of Pondok Ranggon Cemetery. It could be full within 2 months at the current rate of burials, usually bury around 10 people every day. For the last few days, it has reached an average of 30 per day of COVID-19 burials. Well viewers, that's all of the news for today. We meet again in the same time and channel. Thank you for your attention. Comply the health protocol and see you.